Call the meeting to order. Roll call vote, please.
Alderman Larry Hall.
Here.
Alderman Kerwin.
Here.
Alderman Van Dyne.
Here.
Alderman Kirby Hall.
Here.
Alderman Persick.
Here.
Alderman Studer.
Here.
Alderman Tudor. Here. 7 present, 1 absent. You have a quorum.
I declare that the regular meeting of the Wilmington City Council on November 5th, 2013 is now in session. Council, you have approval of the minutes before you for October 15th.
Mr. Mayor, I've reviewed the minutes and found no errors. I make a motion that we accept them as presented and place them on file.
I have a motion by Alderman Studer. Do we have a second? Second. Second by Alderman Hall. Roll call vote, please.
Alderman Studer.
Yes.
Alderman Larry Hall.
Yes.
Alderman Kerwin.
Yes.
Alderman Van Dyne.
Yes.
Alderman Kirby Hall.
Yes.
Alderman Persick.
Yes.
Alderman Tudor.
Yes.
7 yes, 1 absent. Motion passes.
All right, mayor's report. Seems like it's been a while since we've been here. Home vacation. A few things. Business showcase. My cousin Vinny's has not arrived yet. I don't know if they're going to or not. Supposed to be bringing dinner. We'll see what happens. But just a few announcements that I want to make. Tomorrow night at the for the Will County Historic Preservation Commission meeting, which is at the Forest Preserve District office in on Larrabway Road. I got the address. Joey can send it to you. They'll be doing the plaque presentation for the Joliet Arsenal flagpole and the Island Memorial flagpole that I know Mr. Burt Niles spent a lot of time doing and is still a work in progress. So they'll be presenting that flag or presenting a plaque for that tomorrow at 7 o'clock. Also, just so everybody knows, we're we started the project. We talked about it, I think, at the last meeting about putting flags on the Wilmington Bridge and looking for donations. Just in that short amount of time, we've received close to $1,100 in donations. The flags have been purchased. The poles have been purchased. We've got a group of volunteers that are going to be putting the brackets on starting Saturday morning, as well as hanging the flags Saturday. And then they'll take them down and hang them up Sunday. And then we just got a group of volunteers to hang them up for Monday, which is Veterans Day. So that'll be nice to see when that goes up. And lastly, we have, just so everybody knows, for the past couple of years, I've been always seek out nominations for Volunteer of the Year. Basically somebody that's within the community, that whether it be individual or a group of people that have done something significant or done something towards the community and through the through volunteerism within the city. Last year was Dean Dennis. I think we've had Burt Niles and Paula Ekstrom. Those have been the last 3. So nomination forms are here. We'll obviously get them out in the paper. They'll be available at City Hall or through Joey. We're going to get that out to the public as well. The public's usually pretty good about sending nominations in on people that have done something voluntarily wise to help the community. All right. So under the mayor's report, that's all I have. Citizens' comments. Do we have any citizens' comments tonight? All right. Planning and Zoning Commission, their next scheduled meeting is this Thursday, November 7th. I believe on the docket for rezoning for what's commonly known as Chamberlain's Curve. That's on the docket for that night. Correct. All right. Committee reports, Building Grounds, Park, Health and Safety, Alderman Persick and Alderman Van Dyne.
Mr. Mayor, the next scheduled meeting is Wednesday, November 13th, 2013 at 6 p.m.
Water, Sewer, Streets, Alleys Committee, Alderman Studer, Alderman Kerwin.
Mr. Mayor, next scheduled meeting is Wednesday, November 13th, 2013 at 5:30 p.m.
Police and ESTA, Alderman Studer, Alderman Tudor.
Next scheduled meeting is Tuesday, November 12th at 5:30 p.m.
Lion through Finance Administration and Land Acquisition Committee, Alderman Studer, Alderman Tudor.
Mr. Mayor, I have the first one. I move to approve the accounts payable report in the amount of $363,839.39 as presented by Accountant Kim Dolio.
All right, a motion by Alderman Studer. Do we have a second?
I'll second.
Second by Alderman Tudor. Any discussion? Roll call vote, please.
Alderman Studer.
Yes.
Alderman Tudor.
Yes.
Alderman Larry Hall.
Yes.
Alderman Kerwin.
Yes.
Alderman Van Dyne.
Yes.
Alderman Kirby Hall.
Yes.
Alderman Persick.
Yes.
7 yes. Oh, Alderman Hoppy.
Yes.
8 yes, motion passes. You snuck in on me.
Is that right? Didn't miss much there.
I have the next one. I move to approve ordinance number 13-11-05-01, an ordinance providing for the issue of not to exceed $150,000 general obligation limited bonds, Series 2013, of the City of Wilmington, Will County, Illinois, for the purpose of financing improvements to facilities of the city, for the purpose of refunding certain outstanding obligations of the city, and paying the expenses incident thereto, and providing for the levy and collection of a direct annual tax for the payment of the principal of and interest on said bond.
Motion by Alderman Tudor, do we have a second?
I second.
Second by Alderman Hall. Discussion. In fact, I think what we'll do, Tony, just kind of give a brief outlay of it.
Yeah, this is, comes from the 2006 capital project, general obligation bond, which is about $1.3 million for $40,000. So every year we have to reissue what we call the rollover, so that it goes on the, stays on the property tax bills. So we have to actually go out and sell those bonds. And William Blair is our issuance bond sellers this time, and they're working with the current bank that has the current notes from the last time. So we'll be selling about $150,000 worth of rollover bonds for general obligation. What this tonight is basically giving the permission to go ahead and do the bidding, and ultimately they'll bid it. We'll probably get interest rates somewhere probably a little under 2% or less, we're hoping. But we'll bring that back to you when everything's been executed and the bid and the bond sale has been completed. So that should happen by the 19th. So at the next city council meeting, we'll be able to get that report. So,
Any questions, discussions from the council? Roll call vote, please.
Alderman Tudor?
Yes.
Alderman Larry Hall?
Yes.
Alderman Hoppy?
Yes.
Alderman Kerwin?
Yes.
Alderman Van Dyne?
Yes.
Alderman Kirby Hall?
Yes.
Alderman Studer?
Yes.
Alderman Persick?
Yes.
8 yes, motion passes.
Next scheduled meeting is Tuesday, November 19th at 6 p.m.
Ordinance and License Committee, Alderman Hopley, Alderman Hall.
Mr. Mayor, the next scheduled meeting is Tuesday, November 12th, 2013 at 6 p.m.
Personnel collective bargaining, Alderman Hall, Alderman Persick.
Nothing at this time.
Okay. City Administrator's report.
yeah, we'll give an update on the wastewater superintendent position. If you remember, we advertised for the superintendent position and for a wastewater operator class 1. After doing the interviews and the background checks and everything else, we've elected to hire the class 1 operator and not replace the superintendent this time. Working with the ASME union representatives, it'll be what we call an operator in training. And what Bob Bland will be doing, our superintendent that's in transition, he'll be still hanging over for about another month. And we'll work with him on the off hours, so his hours will probably be like 10 to 6 for a couple of weeks, get him up to speed on all the administrative work. And we'll need our IEPA permit because it's a class 1 operator. We don't need a superintendent at this point. And then what we'll end up doing is temporarily the superintendent of water will also be given the assignment for administrative purposes to be the superintendent of the wastewater plant too. It's mainly for, when they're scheduling, days off requests, things like that. Somebody in the management position needs to, need to know who they go to ask for that. Or if there's any conflicts at the workplace, who you go to, your boss. So Jack will temporarily fill in for that while we're going through this. The plan is in about 6 months, after we see the performance of this operator, for the next year's budget, we'll look at maybe putting it out. We have to notify the union that we have the position now to be refilled. But we'll transition Bob off payroll probably in the next 30 to 45 days on that part-time payroll status he's on right now. And the person we're hiring is Darren Fowler. He's from Decatur area. Lives actually in the city Mariola. It's a little town just outside of Decatur. He will be relocating with his family, but he wants to wait till his kids get done with school. He has 2 kids in school, so he'll look at relocating, but he's finding a place up here. So he'll be up here. He knows he's got to be on call. We'll switch off every other weekend where Pat's on call and he's on call. So should be he seems to be, we'll bring him to the meeting on the 19th. He'll start on the 17th. We'll bring him to the meeting and I'll get to meet him. He's pretty, I think you'll be impressed with him. Everybody that interviewed him was highly impressed. His background came back, all above average.
And he's hired in as a supervisor, or is he hired in as a?
He's hired as a 1, so he'll get paid under the contract at one rate. Until, and he's a union employee. We just got an agreement that he'll be what we call the operator in charge, but he's not their supervisor. Jack's got to be the supervisor. We have to have a manager person be the supervisor. But for the permit, he has to be the operator in charge.
I think our biggest thing was looking at that level 1 operator, was our first primary, to make sure they had that class 1 license so they could sign off on the permits. And, just discussing with Tony and this guy, outstanding individual, other than he just lacked that supervisory experience, so I think this is probably the best way to go with get him in here, so he gets to understand the plant, but we kind of, as he works in towards that.
I think we'll all be happy with Darren. We'll have Darren too as we come on board. We are preparing the information for the tax levy. So on the 19th, we'll have it already. We got our EA, it dropped a little bit by, I want to say it was about $7,000 or $8,000. So Kim's all on board. We're working through it, and she's doing her own research to see what we're going to propose for our levy. At this point, it's indicated to be that it will be under 10% of an increase that we're requesting, so we can capture with the tax cap, we can still capture those dollars. But we'll bring it to you on the 19th and explain what the levy will be proposed and we'd like to get advertised. It's got to be advertised for 20 days before you can vote on it. So if we get it in the paper on November 20th, we'll be able to vote on it before the 4th Tuesday. You have to actually record it on the 4th Tuesday of December, wherever we pass the levy. But the public hearing will be scheduled 20 days from the 20th. And I want to say we're planning to do the public hearing on December 17th. So, and then that's city council.
And how are we doing on the roadways? We're about 80%?
Yeah, the MFT, the roads are basically, all the roads are done. We start working on the alleys. I think they're over your area on the alley.
They're done with the alleys.
They're done with those alleys?
Yeah.
Okay. You know more about that?
No, I mean on my side of the street.
Downside.
Yeah.
So basically on the north side of 53, they're done, they still got the south side.
They still get done that means good,
On
Guys,
the north side?
Alleys will be, it depends on what the weather does the next day or so for it to dry out again. I would anticipate the earliest they'll be back in to do with paving will probably be Monday, unless we really get some nice wind to dry out the pavement. We'll work on Saturday, but definitely on Monday. They got about a day, maybe a day and a half left of work that'll be done. With the North Island, the same thing, so.
Who set the priorities up on what they do first? Because like that person that was in here that one day that was complaining because the street was all tore up and the kids were walking down.
I don't know, I know Kobe goes out and marks it in Gary and they work with them. They try to do it for logistically purposes, so when the trucks are coming in, they start at one point, they try to get at a point to where it's logical for the asphalt trucks to pull away.
Yeah, talking with Kobe, he said that their plan was they were bringing in 2 crews, one to start on the south end, and one to start in the north end and just kind of work their way toward the center, but naturally they keep running out of asphalt, so they have to stop.
In time.
They did the island first.
Now, that wasn't part of this project. ICER has that contract, they're a subcontractor for ICER.
He's talking about the roadway.
I'm talking about yeah,
They were able to
the
get the
U
roadway
going around,
actually on that.
Oh, the North Island itself.
yeah.
Right.
Yeah. They did that, the day they did that one, that was the day where it was gonna get isolated, in regards to whatever, it was easy for them to do that day. They started there.
Yeah, I don't think they had a whole lot, they just did that one. Because all the other roads, they said, talking to Colby, they couldn't do because they were still too wet on Friday. So they had some asphalt, so they went ahead and did the island.
Yeah, it's a judgment call by working with them and working with our public works and working with Colby. Yeah, I know Halloween was kind of a mess on one street.
Yeah, because we don't have a lot of
Sidewalks.
sidewalks over on our side of town.
Yeah.
You walk down the street.
Now, I know Colby's been handling a lot of customer service issues, working with people, so been out there a lot.
I'm sure, yeah, I'm sure he's got.
Yeah. Yeah, I've been out helping him a little bit, but he's been, him and Gary have been handling the mother load of the issues, talking to people, so. The update on Ridgeport, we issued the permits for the mass grading. As you can tell, it's going on out there. The permit was issued for Design Road to get extended across Kavanaugh. Kavanaugh is temporarily closed while they build that. We did work with public safety on that, with the fire and the police, and then also with the township supervisor. They have that get closed so they can just work that right through. And ultimately what will end up happening is Design Road will get open, and Kavanaugh will stay closed to the north of Design Road, and Design Road will be the main road coming out, and they'll come out over by the light on Grass Camp. The lights are supposed to get tested on Thursday or Friday, so we will be able to have to activate those lights when that road gets open, so there will be, and the street lights have all been tested, the bases, so now they'll start putting the poles up, and we'll try to get all the street lights lit before it turns into a public road or a public access road for people to drive on that area. On the transload facility, we issued mass grading for that permit. We also got the site permit going, so they've been building the pad. We issued a permit to Burlington Northern's team, which is Trans System, for them to start building the rail. They estimate that cost for the rail is going to be $5.5 million that they'll be spending on putting rail in for the spur. The goal is to have the transload facility up and running and the spur operational by March 1st. And that's aggressive, but we'll see how it goes. They brought in the building plans, it's about 50,000 square feet is phase one of the transload facility, and then they'll be bringing in the refrigeration and some other parts of the building, 120,000 square feet. And you notice the grading's going to get started on the Petro. We got the plans coming in, and we get all the soil borings out there. So that'll be at where the frontage road's at, where the new frontage road will be coming. And the Petro plans will be in here, and I'll try to get all the grading done to get the site prepped for going vertical and construction as soon as spring breaks with the buildings for the Petro Travel Plaza. A lot of activity and dealing with 3 or 4 end users with plans, so we should be able to make an announcement hopefully within the next 30 days on some end users that'll be signing contracts to have more buildings go up. So, Bridgeport's starting to move forward. They did, under the Homeowners Assistance Program, they did submit 3 proposals to 3 property owners. They're going to be within 1.5 miles. So they're waiting for final responses from them. So I'll be able to give you an update on a random memo and let you know how they go. But we're not involved in those negotiations. It's strictly between the Ridgeport and the homeowners. So if you get a call from anyone out there, that's what's happening. So. And if you've been out to Mike and Cartage, up there on North River Road, they're moving forward, and as you can tell, they're hoping to be able to get into the building and try to get the office open before the first of the year. They're just about finishing up with their parking lot for all the trucks, and hopefully get operational by, let's say, the first of the year with that operation there. So we'll wait to have those guys come in.
All right. Attorney's report, Mr. Urban.
Thank you. The closing for the real estate for the new police facility is scheduled for tomorrow at 1 o'clock. The seller has already signed the deed. All necessary parties have signed the plat of easement, and the city has wired the money to the title company, so all we need to do tomorrow is just exchange documents, and that should be it. And I believe the contractors are supposed to be starting,
They're hoping if the weather's good, Thursday or Friday. And we did receive, I know a couple of asked, we did receive the $2 million, or the $1,850,000 from Bridgeport as a bank.
That's what they're losing.
The 23rd of October is when it arrived in our bank, and locked in a day or two afterwards, so it's sitting there. And the final closing settlement ended up being, we estimated to be around $82,000. We were able to shrink that lot purchase down to where it's $76,300 what we're spending for the land. So keep working on keeping those numbers crunched and stay within our $2 million.
the, less than 5 weeks ago, I argued the severance lawsuit. We still don't have a decision yet, but on the same day that I argued that case, there was about 6 or 7 other appellate court cases that were up. One of those cases has already been decided 3 weeks ago, so, or 2 weeks ago rather, so that was pretty fast for that other case,
That
so.
must have been the easy one of the bunch, huh?
Well,
Did they overturn it or did they hold it up?
I think they affirmed the trial court, so, but, so, you know, it could be any time between now and the next few months or so. You never know, so.
They have Bill Gannon before they get dead.
No, that's my report. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. We have no executive session tonight, so before we adjourn, we're gonna go right back up to the front. We got Vince, is it Intravia? Intravia, for my cousin Vinny's for business showcase. We can smell the pizza up there, so, you know, these guys kept talking, I'm smelling, so. Vince, you want to explain, introduce yourself, also your business? And
I
also-
am Vinny, of course, with my cousin Vinny. We've been in business since 1979. We were Little Maria's before that in Coal City. About 4 years ago, I had a pretty bad accident with my hand. I almost severed it, and it's taken almost 4 years to come back in the action. And when I reopened, I opened it as my cousin Vinny because my Little Maria is married with children and off. So, you know, it's my family business now with my wife and my kids. Pretty much just us. I see customers that come in already in here that I see. But it's it's family-run business. We got a little bit back for my children. You know what I mean? They're there for a couple hours a night when they come home from school. Everything's made in-house. The freezer that Dina left me is empty, and I'm not putting nothing in it. Everything's made fresh every day. Even the vegetables are cut there every day. Raviolis are made by hand. On our website, on our Facebook and stuff, we got videos of us making everything by hand, manicottis. I brought some menus for everybody to see. I brought some pizzas, deep dish stuff, a couple thin crusts, and I brought some baked muscacholi, some muscacholi tomato sauce, some garlic and oil spaghetti. I didn't bring any plates or silverware. I didn't even think about
We'll
that.
figure that out.
We might
Yeah,
have
fingers.
bring rolled eggs and Tom's bites.
No, you don't need those microwaves. Not that canned stuff, you know what I mean? That's the real deal. We've been doing this a long
So,
time.
Vinny, what's your specialty? What do you think, I mean, what do you kind of really, is your specialty over?
The garlic and oil everybody loves. The pizza, like I said, everything's made in-house. The dough's made every day, the sauce is made every day, everything's made there. The sausage is made there. I get the pork right here in town. We have for a long time. The raviolis, like I said, there's no place around here making homemade raviolis. Nowhere. Even I gotta go a long way before I can find a homemade ravioli. It's we're really, we're doing an old-fashioned way. When my parents started it, and it's the way I'm gonna end it. I mean, when I die, the place is closed, and that's it.
Hey, you remind me.
If they want to, that's fine, but I'd rather,
Did you bring some menus with you?
Yes,
Yes,
I brought a whole
perfect.
stack of menus and stuff. There's all kinds of stuff in there. We'll also be, the grand opening, of course, Thursday. And starting this weekend, we're gonna have a few specialty pizzas. We're going up tomorrow morning. My wife and I are going to get some special stuff up in the city. We got big giant slices at lunchtime. They're made to order. They're not sitting in the machine. They're made when you order it. That's when we make it.
It's big,
It's a
too.
good sized slice. Yeah, you You know what I mean, we're just,
To me,
this is how I make a living. I don't have any other sources of income or other projects or other businesses. This is what I do. Okay, and I hope you guys all try this. Spread the word, please.
I'd like to say something real quick. That, of course, you guys know I was with the Spook Pack at the Lions Club, and Vinny's came down and delivered free pizza for all our patrons that came along. So when I'm loading them up on the hay-rack to take them to South Island, we were handing out free slices.
Wow.
2 an hour I got. Yeah, two large pizzas an hour.
We also give all the ESDA crew.
Yeah,
food and
yeah.
stuff, too.
So just to let you know, yeah, they were part of the event. I really, from the Lions Club, we thank you very much. So,
Thank you very much.
it was-
That's very
Actually, the
nice.
people didn't think it was real for a minute. They thought it was like a Halloween joke or something, free pizza.
Part of the
So-
spook act?
Yeah, part of the spook act. It was kind of interesting to tell them, no, help yourself, So,
That's
Yeah,
very
we got a
nice.
good response from that. A lot of people like it.
yeah, good, thank you very much.
Other than that, I have to get back to work, guys. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
We make all the, we make the cannolis. More dessert starting this weekend too. Everything.
Do we have any cannolis?
Good, thank you.
Thank you very much.
All right, our next regular city council meeting is scheduled for Tuesday, November 19th, 2013, at 7 o'clock p.m. Before we go eat, motion to adjourn.
So moved.
Second? They're adjourned.